Listen closely to what I'm about to tell you. There's a female fear so deep that no woman will ever admit it to you. It's like a giant iceberg floating in the ocean of relationships. You only see the tip, but the submerged mass is what truly drives everything and can sink your relationship without you even realizing it. I guarantee that in the next few minutes, you'll understand exactly what this secret fear is. And more importantly, you'll discover how to use this ultra-rare knowledge to create connections that other people spend years trying to build. Because while you're lost, trying to decipher confusing signals, other guys have already cracked this code and are navigating smoothly. You know that feeling of always being one step behind? Of never truly understanding what's going on in her head? Wake up, man. You're living in the dark while the answer has always been there, hidden in plain sight. It's like trying to drive at night without headlights. You might get a few feet, but you're going to crash eventually. And it's not your fault. No one taught you this. Society prefers to keep you in ignorance, repeating the same mistakes your father and grandfather made. But today, that ends. Have you ever noticed how some women seem to have an invisible barrier? As if something is preventing you from truly connecting? It's not a coincidence. It's the secret fear at work, and the more you ignore it, the more distant she becomes. Look, after 15 years of studying relationship psychology and helping thousands of men, I can tell you one thing. This knowledge I'm about to share is a game changer. It's what separates men who live superficial relationships from those who build deep and lasting connections. So let's get straight to the point. The deepest female fear, the one no woman will confess, is this: the fear of being seen as she truly is and being rejected for it. It's that simple. But hold on, it's not as simple as it seems. This fear has layers, like a psychological onion, and each layer manifests differently. I'm going to show you exactly how to identify and navigate each one. Number 1, the constant validation test. She tests you not because she wants to annoy you. These tests are her internal radar checking if you truly accept her. When her mood suddenly changes or she creates drama out of nowhere, it's not craziness. It's the secret fear asking for confirmation that you won't leave when she's not perfect. Think about it. How many times have you seen this happen and interpreted it as her being dramatic? It was the fear screaming for emotional security. Female biology developed this mechanism over thousands of years. It's pure protection. Remember this. A test is a disguised plea for security. Does that make sense to you? Number 2, the mask of constant perfection. You know how she takes hours to get ready, even if she's only going out for 5 minutes? It's not just vanity. It's the fear of showing any imperfection that might drive you away. Every makeup application, every carefully chosen outfit is armor against rejection. Studies show that women spend on average 3 times more mental energy than men worrying about their appearance. But it's not about beauty. It's about hiding what they believe you won't accept. The fatigue, the dark circles under their eyes, the insecurities. Go ahead and understand this. When you show that you accept her without the mask, you touch the deepest core of her being. It's like disarming an emotional bomb she's been carrying since adolescence. Protection is a prison. Can you feel the weight of that? Number 3, the silence about real needs. Have you noticed how she rarely tells you directly what she wants? How she prefers to drop hints or get upset when you don't guess? This isn't playing games. It's the fear of appearing too demanding and being abandoned. Pay attention to this. From a young age, women learn that having needs means being problematic, that asking is bothering someone. So they develop a coded language, hoping you'll decipher it. The problem is, you're not a mind reader, and when you don't understand the signals, she interprets it as a lack of interest. It's a vicious cycle fueled by the secret fear. She's afraid to ask, you don't understand. She feels rejected. The fear increases. Silence screams louder. Is it starting to make sense? Number 4, vulnerability as a mortal threat. Here's something few men apply. When a woman truly starts to open up, to show her insecurities, it's the most critical moment in the relationship. That's when the secret fear is at its peak. She is literally handing you the keys to her emotional vault. And any wrong reaction from you at that moment can lock that vault forever. A careless comment, a laugh at the wrong time, checking your phone at the wrong moment. Think of it as a delicate dance. One misstep, and the music stops. But when you respond with genuine presence, when you show that you can hold the weight of her imperfections, something magical happens. The fear begins to melt. Vulnerability is disguised strength. Do you notice when this happens? Number 5. The fear of being too much or not enough. This one is complex. She lives on a psychological tightrope. If she shows too much interest, she's afraid of seeming desperate. If she shows too little, she's afraid of seeming cold. It's an exhausting mental gymnastics that happens in every interaction. Now tell me, how many opportunities have you missed because she was trying to calibrate the right amount of interest so as not to scare you away? How many times have you misinterpreted disinterest as merely the fear of being rejected for being too intense? Almost no one realizes that this seemingly contradictory behavior is the secret fear manifesting itself. She wants to give herself to you, but she's afraid. She wants to show you how much she cares, but she's terrified of seeming suffocating. Balance is an illusion. Does that make sense now? Number 6. The silent and destructive comparison. Every woman carries a relentless inner judge. This judge compares her to every woman who passes by, every photo on Instagram, every ex of yours she knows about. And the verdict is always the same. I'm not good enough. Pay attention when she asks about your exes. It's not simple curiosity. It's the secret fear, collecting data to torture herself with later. Every piece of information becomes ammunition against herself. Do you think it's silly insecurity? It's not. It's a distorted emotional survival mechanism. She needs to know where she fits in the hierarchy, to know how much she needs to protect herself. The greater the fear of not being enough, the more she compares herself. Comparison kills connection. Can you see the pattern? Number 7, the terror of emotional abandonment. This is the core of the core. The deepest fear isn't you leaving physically, it's you staying but leaving emotionally. Being present in body, but absent in soul. You know when she says you need to talk, and you immediately get defensive? It's because deep down, you feel the weight of this fear of hers. And ironically, the more you emotionally distance yourself to protect yourself, the more her fear is confirmed. It's an internal radar that detects micro changes in your energy. A more distant look, a shorter response, a less present kiss. Everything becomes evidence that emotional abandonment has begun. And once this fear is activated, she might sabotage the relationship just to confirm she was right. Presence is everything. Are you feeling the depth of this? Now comes the part no one tells you. You might be thinking that understanding this fear is manipulation, that it's using a weakness to your advantage. Stop that thought. Manipulation is when you use information for your own benefit, at someone else's expense. What I'm teaching you is how to create genuine emotional security. It's about you becoming the kind of man she can trust to let her guard down. Remember the iceberg I mentioned at the beginning? You don't melt an iceberg with fire. You melt it with constant, patient warmth. And that warmth comes from your consistent presence, from your ability to see beyond the surface. I'm going to give you the framework I've been using for years. I call it the connection compass. There are 4 cardinal points you need to navigate. F for fear. First, you recognize that fear exists and is operating. You don't judge, you don't criticize, you just acknowledge it. E for empathy. You develop the ability to feel what she feels without getting lost in it. It's like being a lighthouse. You illuminate the darkness without being swallowed by it. D for dissipation. You consistently act in ways that neutralize the fear. Small gestures, big impact. A touch when she's insecure. Full attention when she speaks. Acceptance when she shows imperfection. O for opportunity. Every manifestation of fear is a chance to deepen the connection. When she tests you, when she closes off, when she compares herself. Everything is an opportunity to show that you are different. Pay attention because this is ultra rare. Most men react to female fear with irritation or distance. You're going to do it differently. You're going to respond with presence. Let me tell you something. Just yesterday, I received a message from a guy who applied this. He said that for the first time in 10 years of marriage, his wife cried in his arms, not from sadness, from relief, from finally being able to be herself. Do you want to know what he did? Simple. When she started talking about her body insecurities after pregnancy, instead of saying she looked beautiful, he said this: "I see you trying to be perfect for me, but I fell in love with your imperfections too." Boom. Fear dissolved. You know what separates ordinary men from extraordinary men in relationships? It's not looks, it's not money. It's the ability to create a safe emotional space where fear doesn't need to exist. Think of every woman who has ever been in your life. How many left not because they didn't like you, but because their fear was never addressed? How many deep connections did you lose by not understanding this? I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm here to wake you up. Because from now on, you have a choice. Continue in ignorance and repeat the same patterns. Or apply this knowledge and completely transform your relationships. Remember what I told you at the beginning. The iceberg is always there. The question is whether you will keep hitting it or learn to navigate. The submerged mass of female fear doesn't have to sink your relationship. It can become the most solid foundation you've ever built. Have you noticed that the deeper we go, the simpler it gets? Fear seems complex, but the solution is presence. It seems impossible, but it's just consistency. It seems like a closely guarded secret, but it's always been right in front of you. Now you are part of a select group. Less than 1% of men understand what you've just learned, and even fewer will apply it. The question is, will you be another one who knows but doesn't act? Or will you be the guy who transforms knowledge into connection? Pay attention to this now. The secret female fear is not a curse. It's an invitation for you to become the man who can hold space for her vulnerability, who can see beyond the mask, who can love the entire iceberg, not just the tip. Every time she tests you, remember, it's fear asking for security. Every time she closes off, it's fear protecting itself. Every time she creates drama, it's fear screaming for connection. You now have the treasure map. X marks the spot where fear lives, and instead of running from that place, you will walk straight into it, calmly, with presence, with the certainty that you can transform fear into trust. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Few men will have access to this information. Even fewer will have the courage to apply it. But you are not just anyone. If you've made it this far, it's because you're ready for a new level of connection. Do this now, before you forget. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, apply what you've learned in your next interaction. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Start small. A more present gaze, a deeper listen, a more intentional touch. The iceberg of female fear is there, floating in the ocean of your relationships. You can continue navigating blindly, hoping not to hit it. Or you can become the captain who knows every current, every temperature, every movement of the deep waters. The choice has always been yours. Now you have the knowledge to make the right choice.